Okay, solving surd equations. There's two types of surd equations you're going to have. You're going to have type where you have one surd. If there's only one surd in the equation, isolate the surd on one side on its own, square both sides, and you'll solve. Type 2 is when you have two surds in the equation. Separate the surds as best you can, a surd on one side, a surd on the other, square both sides. But you'll still have one remaining surd after that, in which case you revert back to type 1 and continue. So let's just look at the first simple example. Here we have question 1. We have one surd. Here it is. It's the root of 2x plus 1 equals 3. So that's type 1. So we get the surd on its own. Perfect. It's already on its own. We square both sides. So 2x plus 1, 2b squared equals 3, 2b squared. While you're beginning these, I recommend you do back-to-back brackets on both sides to stop you making a really silly mistake, which I'll explain later on. 3 times 3. Okay, so root 2x plus 1 by root 2x plus 1. When an entire square root is just multiplying by itself, all that happens is it gets rid of the square root sign. You're squaring a square root. And 3 3s is 9. And solve as normal, basically in your equation. Let's look at another version of this. We've got x minus the root of 3x plus 10 equals 0. Now, there's only one surd here, so it's type 1. And the rule for type 1, as we said, separate the surd so it's on its, isolate the surd so it's on its own. So we'll bring the surd over and it'll become positive root 3x plus 10. Now, once I have the surd isolated on its own, square both sides. And again, I recommend you square by doing back-to-back brackets to stop you making a silly mistake, which I'll explain in the next video. Square root of 3x plus 10. So on the right side I've got x squared, on left side, sorry, on the right side root 3x plus 10 by root 3x plus 10 is just 3x plus 10. Now that's just a simple quadratic, so tidy it up. X squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0, and just solve using back-to-back brackets or minus b formula. That's type 1. Isolate the surd if there's only one, square both sides.